calls me from out of the pit.
Come to the Sabbath, come to the Sabbath, Satan's there. Come to the Sabbath, come to the Sabbath, Satan's there. Come to the Sabbath, come to the Sabbath, Satan's there. Come to the Sabbath, come to the Sabbath, Satan's there.
Don't let our surroundings fool you. I've got on my Oscar Wilde hat and my comfortable old man sweater. So that means that can only mean one thing.
What's that?
It's the time for the importance of being earnest.
As always, it's very important. Tonight, the importance of being earnest is our show where we are reviewing as many of the Ernest Borgnine films, television shows, and other productions that we can for the incomparable legend that is Ernest Borgnine.
Yes, an American original.
Yes.
A true thespian. Was in like 100 movies and died in 99 of them.
Correct. And we decided that for the month of October, we would review the horror side of Ernest Borgnine. Unfortunately, we didn't realize that it would be two things which aren't horror related at all. It turned out to be horrifyingly bad.
Yes.
That we've decided we watched for you, and we'll give you a quick review. But we're not going to make you sit through a whole show of it.
Yes, we watch this show, so you don't have to.
Correct. So the first one was Time Cop, which was a
Future Cop.
Future Cop. I'm sorry.
That's how bad it was.
Yes.
We don't even remember the name of it.
Yes, Future Cop. And Future Cop was so poorly done.
Yes.
Slowly paced, poorly done. I mean, I can't believe I paid good money to get the entire run of Future Cop, of which now I doubt I'll watch. But it was so painfully bad.
Sometimes you got to take a paycheck.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, he did, and he admitted freely in his autobiography that he had to make money, had to pay the bills. So as I was saying, here's Future Cop, the complete series, all episodes, including the TV pilot movie. In which Ernest Borgnine is joined by a new partner who happens to be an android. So there you are. Which seemed to be a 70s thing.
Yeah.
To have robot cops. And eventually, of course, we culminate in RoboCop in the 80s. But yeah, we're not gonna review Future Cop. It was painful to sit through. And then our second movie. Our movie that we sat through, which is called Guns of the Revolution, which is based on a true story of all things about a priest who leads a revolution. But the movie, as the back says, here's the problem with the movie: based on a true story, and it says "and laced," but it should say "but laced." With comedy and violence, and that's the problem with the movie. It can't decide. The main priest is the padre. Everything he does is hilarious in the midst of people dying around him and this revolution taking place. It just didn't work. I mean, of course, Borgnine was fantastic.
His scenes are worth watching.
Yeah. And he had he makes a really great cop in this, but the rest of it is just so painful that we won't force you to watch it with us. But we'll come to tonight's movie. So in true October fashion, we'll come to a true Borgnine horror movie that he starred in, called The Devil's Reign.
There have been earthquakes, airport disasters, and blazing infernos. But there has never been anything like The Devil's Reign. Created by the masters of magic of Planet of the Apes, they bring you the most incredible, unforgettable ending of any motion picture ever. The Devil's Reign, rated PG.
So The Devil's Reign, you should recognize from the beginning of our own opening. So
the whole reason why
yes,
I wanted to make that opening.
Yes, we finally have come to the opening. So the plot of 1975's Devil's Reign is when a cult leader is burnt alive course, the cult leader being Ernest Borgnine, by the local church. He vows to return and enslave the souls of the congregation's heirs in a pact with Satan.
That fire smelled like ham.
Yes,
Like a nice honey ham.
That's Turduncan. That's what he came. He comes out when Satan rises through him. It's Turduncan.
The devil's Turduncan.
The devil's Turduncan. Yes. So, thus again, proving that Borgnine did anything for money. It says here that he had just come off of the Poseidon adventure when he was in this.
Really?
So what a change of.
I mean, you give the man credit for, what do you call that? Like diversifying your portfolio.
Yes. And amazingly enough, it's got quite a few famous people in it.
It's got a lot of famous.
Famous people. So Ernest Borgnine, of course, the legend that he is Jonathan Corbis. He's the head priest of the satanic cult, and he had just come from the Poseidon adventure. Eddie Albert, of much TV, and is Dr. Sam Richards, a psychic researcher whose psychic research fails him completely in this movie. So he's researching ESPN. Yes, he's like, I sense sports, but probably would have been better than what he can do in the movie. So there's the Preston family. The Preston family is taking the main revenge. That's where Jonathan Corbis is taking his main revenge on the Preston family, because they possess a book of his in which had all of the blood written of his cult that he wanted to give their souls to Satan, so he got their souls in the devil's reign. And then William Shatner is Mark Preston. He's the younger son. Really, the younger son? I would have never said he was the younger son.
Tom Skerritt's kind of like wrinkly. He was born wrinkly.
I know, but he had to be younger.
Probably.
Okay. Anyway, so William Shatner must have demanded to be called the younger brother.
Well, he read the script and saw that the younger son was shirtless. So he had
to take it. Yes. And so he's the younger son of the Preston family. And so he's a main character in the movie. And then Ida Lupino as Emma Preston, the matriarch of the Preston family. So you could say that she keeps an eye on them. You'll find out why. Tom Skerritt, of course, of Wrinkly fame, as Tom Preston, the elder son of the Preston family.
Like 4 or 5 years before Alien.
Yes. Joan Prather as Julie Preston, who at one point we said looked like Kristen Stewart.
Yes.
And then at another point looked like Jay Leno's daughter.
About as good an actress as Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, just about, yeah. Keenan Wynn of everything, yeah, as Sheriff Owens. John Travolta making his film debut as Danny. George Sawaya as Steve Preston. And, of course, Anton LaVey, of all people, who was a consultant on the film from the Church of Satan.
I'm willing to bet he walked off the set before
I think I'm not sure it was the set. I think it was just like his living room.
Oh.
I think the whole Satan cult church was probably just Anton LaVey's living room. So they're like, we could save so much location money. We'll film it in Mexico, but then we'll hang out at LaVey's house to film all the Satan cult. But yeah, so Anton LaVey was a consultant, and he also appears as the high priest of the Church of Satan in the film.
You left off Woody Shambles.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was he not listed?
No,
Woodrow Chambliss is John. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
yes.
Woodrow Chambliss.
Yes.
He was also like 2 or 3 years earlier was in one of my favorite TV movies of all time.
Oh yeah.
He played Uncle Willie in Gargoyles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of the cast members were in between more famous roles when they took this film.
Yeah.
What a time.
I love everything about this movie except this movie. Okay, I love the cast.
Yeah.
I love the plot.
Yeah.
Sort of. I love the production value. It doesn't look cheap at all. It looks great. I don't know what old Wild West town they used to film it in. The score is great. The Lucio Fulci gore at the end of it
Mhm.
is wonderful. It's like they were trying to make a Fulci film in America or Mexico.
Yeah, they made in Mexico.
The thing with this movie that irritates me, and I do like it. I'm not gonna lie. I do like this movie, but it is very disjointed.
Hmm.
It kind of just starts,
Mhm.
and like you're left. What are they talking about? What's going on?
Right.
Who's what's what? And then there's so many main character shifts in this movie. Like when they get to the Eddie Albert and Company,
Uh-huh.
you almost think because the girl is psychic, she's gonna have a big deal in it,
Right.
or be the main character.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom Skerritt ends up becoming basically the hero of the story.
Yeah.
But there's so many false starts to this movie, and then
Mhm.
it but it ends awesome.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies where like just when you think they're done, no, there's more.
Right.
It's
Right.
like it's like that one particular scene in Team America, and if you know, you know.
Mm-mm-mm.
But I said all that to say all this. I do love this movie, but it has serious problem, schizophrenic identity problems.
Yeah, for me, I think I'd have to agree. I mean, I do love it too, and this is probably this is the first time I've seen it unedited,
The
the
non-Svengoolie.
non-Svengoolie version,
Yeah.
and so it's much better
Yeah.
than the Svengoolie version.
It's disjointed enough,
Yeah,
but then to watch it on his show where he has to cut some stuff
Yeah.
out, it's a little more disjointed then.
I think what I would do differently is I would have the opening scene
Mm-hmm.
where you have no idea what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
and after the father melts, I would then cut to the flashback. That's where the flashback needs to go.
Yeah, the flashback because they get. I don't know what it is about Satan worshippers
Right.
and witches and stuff that like when they're being burned at the stake, they don't just curse everybody out in the audience.
Right.
They got to curse their future generations. I don't
Correct.
know where that started,
Yeah.
but I mean it's a fun trope. But it's like, come on, just give these people all leprosy.
Yeah.
But the flashback happens like in the third act,
Yeah.
and by then you're just like, oh, that's right. There was a past life thing
Past
going
life
on.
thing, yeah.
Because when Borgnine's calling out for I almost said Nathan Fillion,
Yeah.
Martin Fife.
Yeah.
You're like, who the hell's Martin Fife?
Exactly.
And it's
Exactly.
like it would have been nice to know at some point
Yeah.
earlier who Martin Fife was.
Yeah. Yeah, even like since it's the whole thing about getting the descendants, it would have been
Yeah.
they could have pushed it even farther in the flashback scene had they moved it up front. You know that as the William Shatner ancestor burns up, it turns back into him. I mean, they could have made the
Yeah.
very strong connection that why this family was. I mean, you don't even know what the devil's. It's you're right. It's confusing. Is it the book? Is it the jar with the souls in it? What's more important?
Fabergé egg.
Yeah, the Fabergé egg.
Looks like the cover of that Black Keys album.
Yeah, yeah. What's more important?
Or is that Dan Arbach?
I don't know.
I think Dan Arbach.
Okay. I don't know what's more important. I mean, you're right. It changes like plot importances. Yeah, I would have said Shatner was the hero up, and then all of a sudden he's not.
Yeah.
And Tom Skerritt doesn't get introduced till you don't even realize he's a family member.
Yeah.
Because he's just standing. They're doing this weird ESP research, which I don't really know. It had really nothing to do because it doesn't. All it does is it proves her dream correct.
Yeah. They needed a way to have the prophecy that she's predicting like makes sense within the movie rather than just have her be another Satanist or something.
Yeah.
They did that thing because we've talked about this on other episodes that like psychic powers were like a huge thing.
Yes.
Everybody thought they could bend a spoon.
Yep. Yep.
And so it plays into the.
It's come up a lot. Everything in the 70s that we've watched, it's in the Bionic Woman. It's Lindsay Wagner believed in it.
I'm sure there was an episode of Barney Miller that had a psychic in it.
Correct. Well, and the problem is that she's not ESP powered. She's a precog.
Yeah.
So that's really what it could have been.
Yeah.
I don't know why they kept saying she had ESP.
because that was the buzzword.
Yeah,
at the
that's
time.
true. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, it didn't. It served no purpose other than her, so they could show her trapped in the soul jar,
Yeah.
in the Devil's Rain in the end. And so, but yeah, very confusing. Very very yeah. Disjointed's a good word, and it almost like as if this were a spaghetti western that got dubbed in, so the dubbing didn't work. But it's not.
Yeah.
That's the problem. But it feels like
Yeah.
one of the not as well made spaghetti westerns.
Well, or speaking of Italians,
yeah,
if this would have been like an Italian horror movie, which I think it was trying to emulate,
yeah.
my love for Italian horror movies allows me to just watch a movie that makes no sense and just go, yep, because I'm so busy looking at the colors,
Yeah.
the sets, the characters,
Yeah.
the goblin music playing in the background, all that. But this movie doesn't have that.
Right.
But it tried to be that right down
Yes.
to the ending.
Yes.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
It also, to me, it wanted to be a book so bad
Okay. Yeah.
because so many like horror novels in the 70s were like satanic cult.
Yep.
You know, it wanted to be a book so bad because it had all this information about Satanism in it, and thanks to Anton.
Okay.
But it didn't. Maybe as a book, it might have read better than it watched.
Well, and I'm kind of confused why Anton LaVey would do. I mean, well, clearly the paycheck, but it's not a. I mean, of course, as we all know now, because he eventually came out and confessed that he did it all to get laid and made it all up to get laid, and so I'm just kind of curious why.
I mean, rather than be a nice guy and meet somebody, he cooks up an entire religion to get laid.
Which is remind me to bring that up later. There's another thing with creating a whole religion.
I'll do my
that's
best.
related to this movie. And but yeah, I'm just surprised because it's not the cult's not exactly put in a good light.
Well,
and so I think if I were watching this and I'm like, ooh, Anton, I don't want my eyes gouged out.
I'm willing to bet that what happened was I don't think he knew all that was going to be the thing.
Yeah.
And he was on the set because I didn't see him melting.
No.
And there were a couple people that had those, D&D helmets on.
Right.
But I didn't see him.
No, because the guy that comes up later
Yeah.
has no beard.
Right.
So it doesn't have the famous pointed beard that LaVey.
So I'm willing to bet they asked him for, and if anybody out there knows more than we do about this, sound off in the comments down below. But I'm willing to bet that the deal was he comes on the set as a technical advisor, but his ego goes, all right, but I want to be in the movie.
Yeah.
And the director and the producer are like, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we only need you for these days.
Correct.
And LaVey's like, okay. Oh, but also sign this. What's this? Just a standard form that really says, I won't sue you.
Correct.
For misrepresentation.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, because they only have him in the beginning of the satanic cult stuff, so probably before the eyes happen. And I'm sure, because you're right, because in the beginning scenes, everyone's got their heads down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they only use makeup as little as they could.
Yeah.
So the eyes don't come until later.
Yeah, he's probably. This movie is an hour and 25 minutes long. He's probably in it for maybe a minute and a half.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a lot of screen time for him, but I'm willing to bet they shot around him.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. I would be interested to look up and see what
he said about
it, or if he said anything about it. But
we could put the magic of the internet. We could.
What did Anton LaVey think of The Devil's Rain?
Yeah. So, Anton LaVey, it sounds like he did not enjoy his time on the set of the movie. He felt that he was being minimized. His role as advisor was being minimized. He felt that he was being underutilized on the set. I quote, I was able to crystallize and direct the energy of some people who felt the way I did. The results were rapid, extremely rapid. I found I was soon blamed for all kinds of things. They were glad to get rid of me, and I was delighted. So it sounds like he tried to change the direction of the movie and the cast. And
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
okay, so that makes sense. Because I can't imagine he would like put this on his pamphlet for the Church of Satan as a way to, if you want to get to know the Church of Satan, check out the Devil's Rain.
That's right.
Yeah.
That I think that's what he wanted.
Right, he wanted it to be, but it
That
didn't.
way
Yes.
he could have something
Yeah.
to show
Maybe
folks.
he misinterpreted Reign, Rain, as Reign, because he did want to rule the world with Satan.
Speaking of ruling the world with Satan,
Yes.
now I believe Borgnine was a good Catholic boy.
Yes.
How much praying do you think he did after they made this movie?
Yeah.
I'm not
Well,
gonna have you look
on
that
the other
up,
hand,
but-
on the other hand, I mean, when you think about it, this movie, it probably maybe in his mind would turn people towards God because you don't.
Well, yeah, but
Satan is very scary, and
sure,
Satan
sure.
is- yeah.
But to my point though, like it
Yeah.
would be like if I was in a movie where I was a Nazi.
Yeah. Oh, right.
As soon as the director yells "cut," I'm ripping that
Yeah.
uniform off.
Correct.
So I figured, he probably had to give a couple Hail Mary.
Yeah. He probably went to church and like, God, I've got. We need more turducken in the freezer, and
And then a big beam of light comes down, and God's like, "It's fine. You're Ernest Borgnine.
Yes, that's right.
You can do no wrong.
That's right.
Go forth."
You should play me in a movie, not that George Burns character. In 1979, see what you can do about that.
I was too busy making Convoy.
Yeah. And that John Denver, I didn't want to act against John Denver. But so
The
Yeah.
holy Turduncan.
no, it's funny. So I right after the movie was done and we were setting up, I'm
Mhm.
reading all the reviews, and the reviews just hammer the hell out of this movie,
Mhm.
and not hammer in a good way, not hammer
Yeah.
film. But I really enjoy it. I seen the full version was great.
Mhm.
I I wish there were a couple. I think the better editor would have been.
Yeah.
A better editor would have helped. But I mean, as far as like a sort of a poor man's Suspiria, I felt like somebody watched Suspiria.
That's what I'm saying.
And wanted
It's
to-
like,
and wanted to
like an
do it.
Italian.
Yeah.
They really wanted to make an
Yeah.
Italian horror movie.
Yeah, and I think part of that back then was sort of having because you think about a lot of 70s horror movies like
Mhm.
Suspiria, Rosemary's Baby, it is kind of disjointed and they make it's almost a little bit of leftover psychedelia.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so,
Well, Suspiria is a nightmare.
yes, it is.
So
Yes,
it's
yeah.
supposed to be
Yeah,
that
yeah.
disjointed. So
So, and part of this felt like a nightmare. So maybe, I mean, some of the acting was nightmarish, but
yeah, and like I don't when I say I love everything about this movie, for my money, the 70s there was just so many oddball, weird
yeah,
movies being made that when something comes across my radar and it's this bizarre,
yeah,
the fact that it got made at all, which is like one of my things about Convoy.
right.
The fact that this whack ass movie
Yeah.
got made at all,
Yep, and
says
seen
a
by
lot.
anybody, yeah.
And the fact that this movie was made the first time I saw it, I thought it was a TV movie because it was so heavily edited. Then you
Yeah.
see the original, and you're just like, wow, the Hollywood or at least American production made this whack ass movie.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite parts though is the opening of our show. I think when Corbin channels Satan, I thought the makeup looked great. And
that
Borgnine as Satan was great.
that costume,
Yeah, that was an awesome costume.
It's so damn good.
Yeah, yeah, and he's great at doing it. I mean,
Yeah.
he's great doing it.
It's like once he puts it on,
Yeah,
he just gets into it,
Yeah.
like he does with everything else
Yeah.
that he did.
and I thought it was a good lead for him. Like we always we analyze his involvement. I mean, he
Mhm.
really. I mean, although the Preston family is in it, he really is the lead. I mean,
Yeah.
it's his story.
Yeah.
And so his tale of revenge and another thing I'm just talking about disjointed, like it could have even I'm just sitting here going the past was like basically looked like Salem, Massachusetts.
Mhm.
And so how did they get way out in the desert? They should have said like the family ran. The family has been on the run. Every generation has moved farther west away from
Well, when the girl said that the church shouldn't be here,
yeah,
that's a pretty good indicator that
Yeah.
they came from Massachusetts to
Yeah.
here.
to hide out in the middle of nowhere.
But there again, there's probably footage laying on a cutting room floor back in 1974
Yeah.
that made that a little more
Correct.
clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because all the rest of the town is very, southwest.
Right.
But then there's this straight up,
Weird looking.
Eastern church.
Yeah. Yep.
So then my question is, on a scale of Borg 1 to Borg 9, how would you rate the Devil's Reign?
I think for him, I would give Ernest Borgnine a Borg 8 because he just chews up the scenery. He just, but not overacting. He's not because you got Bill Shatner to compare him to, and so Bill Shatner is of course overacting. But I think there's the part where he's laying back screaming because they put his effigy in the flames, and I'm like, oh, that's just him
Yelling
being shown the
Khan.
future. Yeah, yelling Khan, being shown the future reviews of Star Trek V. I mean, so he. But he's overacting. But no, but the movie itself, I mean, it's a Borg 5 at most. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll give it a Borg 5.
yeah,
Same thing.
yeah,
Borg 9's performance is awesome.
yeah.
The movie itself brings him down a little bit, so
Yeah.
Borg 5.
Borg 5.
Change the channel, Marge.
All right, well, that's gonna wrap it up for this episode. I think we've covered as much ground about this movie as we can without giving away too much.
Yes.
It's currently on Tubi. I think it's on YouTube. If you liked The Devil's Reign, or if you like our show, let us know down
Ernest
below.
Borgnine.
If you love Ernest Borg, the thespian that he was, the American treasure, the American original, the American beauty
Yes.
that he was.
He was.
Let us know down below while you're down there. Do us all a favor, hit the like and subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss a single notification. I'm Paul.
I'm Mark.
And always remember
the importance of being earnest.
All right, on that note.
Let's steal a little bit from Steve.
Yeah,
We
that's
should do that. Check your shelf. We should do that.
Check your Borgnine.
Yes. Check your
Check your reign.
Check your Borgnine. I like that.